I think MJ is one, Kobe is two, and LeBron is three. Because
Finally, someone agrees with me.
if you say, is there a flaw in LeBron's game? Yes.
Some arguments in basketball fade over time, but one war never dies: the GOAT debate. It's more than sports talk. It's a cultural battlefield stretching from loud barbershops and hazy pool halls to fiery TV panels and never-ending comment wars. Every fan swears their hero's the true king, and every generation guards its legend like sacred ground. But sometimes a voice cuts through all that noise, calm, real, and impossible to dismiss. That voice belongs to Robert Horry, Big Shot Rob, the silent assassin whose clutch moments flipped dynasties upside down. 7 championship rings, more than Jordan, Kobe, or LeBron. And everyone earned under pressure most players crumble under. He wasn't the flashiest, but he was battle-tested, forged in fire, and surrounded by giants. Hakeem, Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan. He saw greatness up close and lived to tell the story. So when Robert Horry talks, the game listens. He doesn't sugarcoat or play politics. He speaks like a man who's bled for banners. And with just 3 sentences, he rocked the entire basketball world. MJ is number 1, Kobe is number 2, LeBron is number 3. No showmanship, no clickbait. Just raw truth from a 7-time champ. This isn't some fan ranting on social media. This is a man who spent 3 decades inside the furnace of greatness. He's seen legends break and rise again. When he says Jordan stands alone, it's not just an opinion, as it's a verdict, one shaped by sweat, scars, and championship DNA. When Horry calls MJ the undisputed number 1, it hits like a buzzer beater to win it all. He's not flattering, he's testifying. To him, Jordan wasn't just great. He was basketball's version of perfection. And Horry's not someone who throws out praise for headlines. He shared locker rooms with dominance itself. Hakeem's footwork, Shaq's power, Kobe's obsession, Duncan's discipline, and still, Jordan stands above them all. When Horry says Jordan had no weaknesses, the room goes silent because it's true. Shaq, unstoppable in the paint, sure, but shaky at the line. Teams literally invented strategies just to foul him. Kobe, closest thing we've ever had to MJ. But even he had holes. Horry himself noted Kobe's struggles defending bigger players in the post. And then there's LeBron, a once-in-a-generation beast, built like a tank but not untouchable. Under peak pressure, cracks show, missed free throws, split-second hesitations, and that finals record, it speaks loud. All-time greats, yes, but to Horry, none of them touched Jordan's flawlessness. Jordan wasn't just dominant, he was inevitable. A walking answer to every question the game could throw. No real weakness, no off switch. He wasn't known as a 3-point sniper, yet when the moment called, he drained them without blinking. He didn't rely on the 3 because he owned every other inch of the court. That mid-range, automatic. That fadeaway, cold as ice. His drives through 7-foot defenders looked like they were in slow motion while he floated. And defensively, he was a nightmare. A 10-time scoring champ who also took home Defensive Player of the Year and made 9 all-defensive first teams. Who else does that while dropping 30 a night? LeBron's famous for that chase down block and iconic. But Jordan built an entire career on defensive domination. LeBron brings adaptability. Jordan brought invincibility. You can build a wall for LeBron, force jumpers, hope he misses. But with Jordan, there was no wall high enough. No weak spot to poke at. No scheme that worked. He was the storm, the blueprint breaker. Every defender knew what was coming, and still, no one could stop it. That's why when Big Shot Rob speaks, the basketball world can only sit back and say, damn, he might be right. That's why when Robert Horry, a man rocking more championship rings than all of them, says MJ is number 1, the basketball world listens, even if it burns a little. Kobe had the tiniest flaw, LeBron had a few more, but Jordan, he stood untouchable. Pure basketball perfection. If MJ set the standard, Kobe Bryant came closer than anyone ever has to matching it. Kobe was like a mirror made of fire, built through obsession, crafted by precision, and powered by unbreakable will. His footwork, surgical, his fadeaway, pure art, and his mentality, a roaring engine that echoed Jordan's intensity, dragging that same skill-based dominance into a whole new era. Yet even with all that brilliance, Kobe wasn't 100% flawless. Robert Horry, who shared the court with him, revealed one rare vulnerability: Kobe's post-defense. He mentioned that slick players like Bonzi Wells could sneak through that small gap. Not a big weakness, but in a debate where perfection decides immortality, even a tiny crack means something. That's the ruthless beauty of the GOAT conversation. Perfection doesn't forgive even the smallest slip. Jordan, flawless. Kobe, nearly perfect. LeBron, undeniably great, but not without a few bruises. And none of that discredits LeBron's greatness. It just defines that razor-thin line between extraordinary and immortal. LeBron is a walking monument, 6 feet 9 inches, 250 pounds of power, speed, and longevity. 2 full decades of domination. The league's never seen anything like it. But for Horry, this isn't about who played the longest. It's about who burned brightest without ever cracking under pressure. LeBron's resume is incredible, but his flaws are undeniable. Shaky free throws when the heat's on. Clutch moments that sometimes slipped away. A finals record that tells the truth. 6 losses that still sting. These aren't nitpicks. They're etched into NBA history like scars on a legend's armor. Dallas 2011, San Antonio 2007, Golden State twice. Every defeat left a mark. And when greatness gets judged by razor-thin margins, those scars start to matter. LeBron is a legend across time, no question, but he's not the picture of perfection. And that's the brutal reality Horry was highlighting. In the GOAT debate, flaws don't get forgiven. They define the difference. Jordan remains the flawless code, the cheat code nobody's cracked. Kobe came close, but almost doesn't buy immortality. LeBron's still a king, just one with visible battle wounds. And maybe that's why this debate never dies, because perfection doesn't just inspire, it haunts. It's so rare, it feels almost unreal. That's what keeps fans arguing, yelling, and defending their hero like it's a sacred mission. So tell me, what do you value more? The long grind of dominance or the spotless resume that never blinked under pressure? Does time outlast perfection, or does untouchable greatness still sit on the throne? 3 icons, 3 eras, 3 storms colliding forever in basketball's ultimate debate. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. On the surface, they all look carved from the same divine stone. Dominant, legendary, untouchable. But strip the game bare, shine that spotlight on every flaw and strength, and suddenly, the difference explodes. Jordan stands as the immovable benchmark. No cracks, no weaknesses, no hesitations. A complete weapon. Offense, defense, leadership, and killer instinct fused into one unstoppable force. He didn't just win, he conquered. 6 trips to the finals, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, never once losing on the biggest stage. Add 10 scoring titles and a Defensive Player of the Year award. And what you get isn't just greatness, it's the very blueprint of basketball perfection. A player with no weakness you could attack, no strategy that worked against him. That was Michael Jordan. Every opponent looked for a way out and found none. Right behind him stood Kobe Bryant, the purest reflection of MJ's fire and skill. A perfectionist with a surgeon's precision and a killer's mindset who shaped an entire generation with the Mamba mentality. Kobe's craft was insane. His footwork could break physics, his fadeaway looked scripted, and his determination was unmatched. But even he wasn't spotless. That tiny flaw, post-defense, showed up now and then, and sometimes his sheer will turned into overconfidence, forcing impossible shots that hurt his efficiency. Kobe stood as Jordan's 1B, almost identical in heart and skill, but almost can never equal perfection. Then came LeBron James, the most physically complete player the league has ever seen. A once-in-a-generation force built from power, speed, and vision with longevity that rewrote basketball's record books. 2 decades of dominance, stats stacked sky high, and a body that still looks engineered for greatness. But as Robert Horry pointed out, greatness stretched across time isn't the same as perfection in its peak. LeBron's brilliance comes with visible cracks, shaky free throws when the clock's dying, brief moments of hesitation under pressure, and that finals record marked by 6 tough losses. It's why Horry ranks him as 1C. Monumental, historic, but not spotless under the brightest lights. And that's what forms Horry's triangle. Jordan, perfection. Kobe, near perfection. LeBron, greatness with flaws. It's that razor-thin separation that leaves Jordan standing completely alone on top. Kobe fought with pure fire, a man chasing the ghost he could almost touch. LeBron built a legacy on power and longevity, stretching his greatness across eras. But Jordan, he lived in a different dimension. He climbed the mountain with no shortcuts, no cracks, and no excuses. He didn't just win, he ended the argument. In the world of basketball, stats, trophies, and highlights all scream for attention. But when the dust clears, one truth echoes above it all. Rings don't lie. 6 finals appearances, 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, a perfect 6-0 record on the biggest stage the game has ever known. Jordan didn't just collect rings, he mastered them. Every climb ended the same way, dominance so precise it felt inevitable. No heartbreak, no excuses, just surgical execution and complete control. Kobe Bryant earned 5 rings through pure grit and relentless hunger. Sometimes he played the co-star, sometimes he carried the whole world on his back. And even then, he still ended up one step behind the ultimate standard. LeBron James holds 4 rings, each one carrying its own legendary story. Back-to-back glory in 2012 and 2013. The miracle comeback in 2016 that shook Cleveland, and the 2020 bubble run that proved his endurance. Every title carved into history, each one a masterpiece of its own. But still, Jordan's perfection looms over them all like a shadow that time can't erase. But standing above them all are those 6 haunting finals losses. 6 moments where the trophy slipped away and history turned cold. Even Robert Horry, a 7-time champion who's seen every side of greatness, bows his head when it comes to Jordan. Because it was never just about counting rings, it was how they were earned that made the difference. Michael Jordan's 6 don't just sparkle, they glow. They're flawless, untarnished, and carved from pure dominance. A career defined by perfection when the world was watching most. Every time destiny called, Jordan picked up. No stumbles, no cracks, no second chances needed. He didn't just meet pressure, he owned it. And what he left behind, a legacy no one can touch, no matter how hard they chase it. Kobe came heartbreakingly close. The drive, the passion, the obsession. LeBron built an empire of stats, longevity, and evolution. But when you stack up the scoreboard of greatness, the truth hits like a thunderclap. It doesn't lie. History has no mercy for almosts. The math is cold, clear, and forever burned into the game. Michael Jordan, 6 rings, 0 losses. Kobe Bryant, 5 rings. LeBron James, 4 rings, 6 finals defeats. Perfection versus near perfection. Greatness versus greatness with scars. That's the final verdict, the ultimate truth. No fan, no analyst, no era can rewrite what's already been written in stone. Michael Jordan's throne wasn't just earned, it was sealed into eternity. And that wraps up this breakdown. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below with your GOAT pick. I'll catch you in the next one.